Here are 11 things to know before you can start playing Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Hello friends, welcome back to Hypergames. My name is Joseph and Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut and the Iki Island DLC are almost here. Let's go through some important stuff you need to know where you'll be joining Jin for the first time or you are a returning Master Samurai. In terms of story, you are Jin Sakai, one of the last remaining samurai after the Mongol invasion took the island of Tsushima by storm. You help him rise back from the ashes and fight the war by becoming the Ghost, a warrior that is willing to go through unconventional means to defeat their enemies while also gathering allies to recover the land. The Mongol invasion of Tsushima on 1274 was followed about a week later when the Yuan fleet attacked Iki Island, which brings us to the new story DLC. A new Mongol tribe has gained foothold on Iki, led by a shaman called Angsar Khathun, who goes by the Eagle. She's a conqueror of nations, a shepherd of souls, and her followers will reflect this occult vibe. This prompts Jin to make a return to the island, face all fears, and explore the dark past of Clan Sakai, while working with new allies to fight the Eagle clan. Gameplay-wise, Ghost of Tsushima is an open-world game split into 3 main sections. Besides taking on main missions, you can complete side tales that explore Jin's relationship with his allies, mythic tales that have you fighting legendary warriors in exchange for skills, and other side activities like bamboo strikes, haikus, duels, hot springs, camps and strongholds to liberate, and foxes to pet. And the same can be said about Iki Island DLC, which adds new locations, although there's also mention of new minigames which we haven't seen so far in any of the trailers, plus you can now pet cats, deers and monkeys. To start Iki DLC, you'll have to at least complete Act 1 after beating the main tale A New Horizon. And probably talking to Yuna, but that's still unclear at this point. Rounding up the game, there's Ghost of Tsushima Legends, a multiplayer mode which we'll cover up in a bit. Switching to combat, it's easy to pick up. You have quick and heavy strikes and there's a lot of emphasis on dodging and parrying attacks. Mastering it requires unlocking new stances and attacks that are great to fight specific enemies, although it's not a combo heavy game like a hack and slash. Try to play it like that and you will probably fail. Sneaking is another option to eliminate your enemies, and for that you have a bunch of tools like smoke bombs, kunais, bows and blowguns. Finally, there's the signature samurai encounter that strikes even more fear into your enemies. One of the coolest things in Ghost of Tsushima is the amount of armor rewards you get for completing side or mythic tales, like the Gosaku's armor for collecting all 6 keys, or the Kensei armor for completing all duels. There are some that are Easter eggs to Sucker Punch own Sly series, and even to other PlayStation characters by completing missions in Legends multiplayer. Iki Island is no different and will offer the Sarugami armor set for defeating the Eagle clan. Completing the game takes around 25 hours if you go through the main story, and anywhere from 40 to 60 trying to complete everything. Iki Island DLC is said to be adding around 8 to 10 hours of content and maybe taking upwards to 15 hours for completionists. Platinum for the game is easy to get and will involve completing all of the side quests, liberating areas or camps, get all collectibles of certain types and some skill-based trophies, a series of tasks that takes around 40 hours or so. Iki Island will also add new trophies to collect, but at the time of recording we still don't have the list or time that will take to complete them. There's also a couple of trophies for completing the story in New Game Plus and for completing the multiplayer Legends. That one involves taking on raids, survival modes and leveling up characters, plus new trophies with the New Game mode that will be added in September. There will be a save transfer from PS4 to PS5 that will allow you to continue where you left off on the PS4 version. It's still unclear if the trophies will auto-pop in case you already have the Platinum, but we'll cover on that after August 20. Like and subscribe so that you are notified for any upcoming videos. I covered these features as they were announced in another video, you can know more by clicking here, but this is the TLDR or TLDW. Given the PS5's ability to render cinematics in real time, they added Japanese lip sync that was missing from the Japanese audio in the original release. Other PS5 exclusive features include haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, 3D audio, and 4K resolution targeting 60 FPS. Alright, let's talk multiplayer. Ghost of Tsushima Legends was an extra mode released for the original Ghost of Tsushima last October. It can be claimed for free on the PlayStation Store for owners of the original game. It's a co-op experience of up to 4 players based on Japanese folk tales and mythology. Here you can pick from 4 classes that include Samurai, Hunter, Ronin, or Assassin, each with unique ways to play and skills to unlock. Playing with other PSN players will require a PlayStation Plus subscription, but you can also experience Legends solo without PS Plus. The multiplayer includes 2-player co-op story missions where you must complete different goals, and 4-player survival missions where you must eliminate several waves of enemies. Finishing either type of mission gives you gear to improve your character, so that you can try these missions with harder goals for better rewards, and to try and overcome the ultimate challenge in the form of the raid. Ghost of Tsushima Legends will have a standalone release on PlayStation Store on September 3rd for $19.99. So if you have friends that have yet to play the game, maybe they can join you in multiplayer first. If they want to check the full game later, they can do so for an additional $40 on PS4 or $50 on PS5. Legends will be crossplay and cross progression between PS4 and PS5 from either version of Ghost of Tsushima, be it the standalone Legends, the original release, or Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, so you can matchmake with anyone and jump into any other version with full progress carrying over. All players will be able to enjoy multiple updates coming to the game later regardless of having the original release or the Director's Cut. These updates include new accessibility options for alternate controller layouts, enable target lock-on for combat, or hide your quiver during gameplay. This should be available at launch on August 20th. Legends will also receive several updates. On August 20th there will be changes based on player feedback like shortening sessions length for survival, new weekly survival nightmare challenges, and additional cosmetics for players who beat Jin Story and New Game Plus. Then starting September 3rd, a new 2 vs 2 mode called Rivals will pit both teams in a race to defeat waves of enemies. Defeating them gives you Magatama that can be used to harm the other player, like buying curses to drain their health, for example. Along with this, there's the Gear Mastery system that will allow you to further upgrade your character beyond the 110 level gear cap to 120, new perk slots, abilities, and techniques for each class. After that, starting September 10 and until October 1st, there will be free DLC each week, including an extra Rivals map, new survival maps inspired on Iki Island and Eos Realm, the main demon enemy from Legends, and the new harder difficulty version for the raid. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut comes this August 20th and is priced at $59.99 on PS4 and $69.99 on PS5. If you have the original game, you can upgrade to the PS4 version of the Director's Cut for $20 and later to the PS5 version for an extra $10. Or you can go straight from the original PS4 game to Director's Cut on PS5 for $30. Director's Cut includes the game obviously, the Iki Island expansion, Legends Online co-op mode, a digital mini art book, the Director's Commentary, 1 technique point, the Charm of Hachiman's Favor, and the Hero of Tsushima skin set. And there you go, that's all the stuff you need to know regarding the new Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Will you be playing it for the first time? Are you returning for the Iki DLC? Or the multiplayer options? Share your thoughts in the comments below, like or dislike to show your feedback, and consider subscribing for more PlayStation content. My name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!